Hello, people. I should be broadcasting. I'm going to be checking that in a moment. And hopefully everything will be good. We shall see. I have dug my old Logitech G29 wheel out from its mothballs. And I've kind of gone old school on this and have bolted it to my desk, sitting in a rickety chair, and got the pedals on the floor, just with its grippy things. And we're going to try out Gran Turismo 7 with, what is arguably the starter wheel for a lot of people. The Logitech G29. Sorry, I said 27 earlier. It's the G29. It's a slightly modified version of a G29 though, because I've got I've got like a modified magnetic shifter paddles, and I have a True Force brake kit in the brakes, which replaces the rotary actuator, what would you call it? The rotary resistor or whatever that measures how far down the pedal is, with a straight linear based one, and has like electroplasty things in there like you'd have on some other brakes, which I have the firmest set that's available and all the back end cylinder, rather than being springs and stuff. It's all gelsy plastic thingies and springs, and all housed within aluminium. So that's slightly different from mine than a base Logi 29. It's not the newer one which has all the True Force thing. It's the old school one. So you can probably pick one of them up a little bit cheaper. If you don't have a wheel, it's one of those old true, tried and tested wheels that's been around for years and years and years. So if you're on a budget, after spending the immense amount of money that you may have spent on a PlayStation 5 and getting a PSVR2, and you want to go into the other side of it, of getting a wheel for the first time, and you don't want to spend the greater amount of money on, say, one of the Fanatec bundles, which, by the way, I will say, the Fanatec bundle is pretty good. I think basically the Fanatec one that has comes with a wheel rim, comes with the wheelbase that is PlayStation compatible, a wheel that is made specifically for Gran Turismo, and what else? Come with pedals, which just has the two pedals. Comes in at about 900 and something odd euros. And that's actually, no, it's like, whoa, that's a lot. But that's for a non-geared, proper direct drive wheel, which I'll be hopefully either getting a PlayStation version and replacing what I've got, or I'll be using a converter with my CSL DD and switch over to the DD Pro, you know, then switching to the DD Pro. We'll see what happens there. But either way of what you're thinking of, if you are on the budget side at the moment after spending all the rest of the money on the everything else to get into this game in VR, then the Logitech is, going to be quite the other option for you, because what I'm rating on here, I've seen people get for about 140 quid, all in. In one case, all in with a shifter. In my case, the shifter was extra, and I paid like 150, I think, for my originally for my G29. So yeah, it's all doable, right? As you can see, it kind of recognised. I've just played one thing here to see the wheel works, which it does. Plugged in, said, yeah, there's my wheel. Done. Okay, great. Yeah, go. So, that's cool. I do have to note as well with the pedals, the G29 unfortunately has 8-bit pedal input, which is, it's pants really. And it has quite an aggressive braking curve in there. So I'm totally not used to this pedal set. I know, like, the Tree Force customization I put in here makes it feel a lot different. It registers force in a different way rather than travel. It is registering a lot more in terms of force, and I think it's only up to about 20 or something kilograms of force until it maxes out. Whereas on my V3 side, I think you can go up to about 80 kilograms of pressure until it maxes out. Right, let's see. We're going to do something there. Oh, I was also going to check to make sure that, make sure that we can see that, and I can do some chat stuff. Chat. Pop that out. Do that, and then if I need to read chat, actually, I wonder if I've made it big enough to read. No, I haven't made it big enough to read. Can't read that through the pass screen. Can't read text on a pass screen with the live chat, unfortunately. It's a shame, but it is what it is. It works. Right. Let's calibrate where I'm sitting. And let's go. Do this. Challenge involves consecutive corners, follow high speed straight at Daytona. Okay. So focus on increasing the exit speed from the corner that leads to the straight. Like I say, I don't know what the braking situation is going to be like on here. That was very slow. See, I said it was very slow. I was right. and we're on the grass. Too fast. Okay, that'll do. So obviously it's a different thing when you come on to using a wheel. The G29 is got very little force and is using gears. I think it's about 2.4 Newton meters of force on the G29, whereas my Fanatec wheel has got 8 Newton meters worth of force, so there's a big difference. And it's also a big difference in that the Fanatec is a rack drive, so the speed and response is of the force feedback on the Fanatec is just going to be a different world from the Logitech. But nevertheless, where's my drink? There is my drink. We'll see if we get used to it going through some of these test bits here. Slide a little bit more forwards in my rickety chair. Like I said, I've got the G29 just literally bolted to my table. And obviously I'm streaming direct from the PS5. Okay. What is this? Okay, Fuji International. Right. Okay, is it Alexis was driving this? Don't know. Oh. We'll see. And we're off. Right, retry. I don't know exactly what corners we're coming to, but so the first one's left-hander. Yeah, that's okay. So it's really weird going back to old school G29. It's like, what? It feels a little bit delayed compared to what we're used to on a direct drive. Doesn't feel bad, feels still better than what your experience, your immersion experiences with just using the sense controller. Though the sense controller, like I say, if you see my first video, I was using the sense controller. Just sort of like do the comparison. And I found it fun still. Interesting with the adaptive triggers.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Nope. How you doing, man? Life has been getting to me, basically, so a number of different things that kind of made streaming not so much fun, and making video content not so much fun, and so really took a step back. This may be a step forwards in doing some things again and getting a bit more creative, and we'll see. So yeah, I've done 2 other streams on this one. The first one with the PSVR and just the Sense controller, and unfortunately I couldn't get the volume to work, which hopefully it's all working here. Hopefully you can hear me. And you can hear, obviously, my voice is already breaking, which is one of the other reasons why I hadn't been streaming a lot, because I still have some nasal issues that really just gum my throat up and stuff, and makes it rather hard to stream and talk and all of this business. So so I'm keeping it basic and streaming directly from the PSVR, well, the PSVR2, should I say, to share some impressions. And I've got my old school G29 out, bolted to a desk, and pedals on the ground, and
in-depth videos.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so got my old 29 out, bolted it to the desk, slapped the pedals on the ground, and got a rickety chair. So I'm really doing things from the basic and working my way up as we go. Like I say, my CSL DD Pro, which is on my racing rig, is not PlayStation 5 compatible. So I'm even going to replace the that with a wheelbase, so the DD Pro rather than the CSL DD. At some point, and work back into going on to the full thing there, and then maybe we'll add other things into the mix as well, like the actual PC streaming side or whatever like that, because I've got the equipment sitting there not being used, which is annoying. But we're just sort of like working out where this
the PlayStation Hori controller to your FFB, it might make it compatible to PS5.
No, it doesn't. You have to have a special. I don't have a Hori controller, but I don't have a drive hub or converter. You need a drive hub, converter, to make it play my Fanatec DD, CSL DD, to make that compatible. Whereas if you get the DD Pro, the Fanatec DD Pro is PS5 compatible. Because it has the PlayStation chip inside the base, which mine doesn't have the PlayStation chip inside the base. So you would need basically a drive hub, and you would need a wired PS5 compatible controller that goes into the drive hub converter.
Right. Yeah, drive hub.
Yeah. So you'd need a wired controller, which I do actually have a wired controller. But you'd need the wire controller into the drive hub, which is compatible, and then you'd wire in your non-PS compatible steering wheel into the drive hub as well, and then you put your drive hub into the PS5. But I don't own a drive hub, so I can't do that. But I might get one and do that route as well, or I will replace my current CSL DD with a DD Pro, which is compatible. I don't know which route I'm going to go on there, because either way, it's either some extra money on one thing, or another X amount of money on one thing, and me then selling equipment off, which is a bit of a hassle. But we'll see which way we go on it. Right, next. I need more drink already. You can hear, unfortunately, the build-up in my voice of horrible gunk that gets placed in there from my stupid nose. Okay. Oh, almighty R34 GTR V-Spec 2. Oh, lovely. This is like so. I have driven an R34 GTR V-Spec 2. So I know just how scary a car this car can actually be when they're modified. And in answer to that, they can be hugely scary. The one that I drove had, everything, NOS schemas and all this, and I bottled out at about 160 miles an hour. So, because I knew exactly how expensive it was and all of that business. So, yeah. But let's get back into the game version here. Right. I do have a problem with the Tokyo tracks, and I just can never quite get where some of the walls and the turning is. It's quite difficult through sort of space in actuality. Yeah, just was not fast enough. No.
Liking the PSVR2.
Yeah, I am. I think it's pretty impressive, you know, for a console to be doing this is pretty insane. Oh, and now I'm too fast. It cut you off a bit on the text-to-speech there. Oh, yeah. This brake is so sensitive. My brake pedal is like ultra sensitive. Yeah, you do, but it's not like ultra. Oh, what? Left wheel hit one. See what I mean about me and driving around Tokyo? I never drive in Tokyo. The trains and public transport are just too good. Apart from if you go on a night out, because they all stop before 12, basically. And then, right. Yeah.
Did you take a carriage ride?
No. Let's see.
Japanese people carry people in carriages. Have you tried that?
No, though, when I was in Asakusa, where I was there, the carriages, most of the carriages was actually by my front door, so as I'd come out in the morning, the carriages are stored basically by the side of where I was living, but I never tried one. Well, you know, for where I was living for a little bit there, you know, a few days in Asakusa. So the apartment I rented in Asakusa basically was right beside where they store the carriages that run around Asakusa. But I never tried one. I need to get a time on this. Let's look at the demonstration. Okay, the demonstration is in 2D rather than VR. That's a bit annoying.
How did you like the country?
I love Japan. I want to go back again. You know, it was holiday basically. I spent a month or just over a month in Japan. Back in 2018. Basically 2 weeks in January and then 3 weeks in the spring. But yeah, I went to quite a lot of places all over Japan. Absolutely loved it, adored it, and you know, I would love to go back for a longer amount of time. Right, so let's see that again.
That's cool.
Yeah. Love Tokyo. Tokyo is amazing. Just through, you know, a lot of energy and good times. How did he do that? So it's all the way across to the right, comes into the left. Don't know what gear he's in. Brake. Off brake. 6,000 RPM. So he's down one gear, brake, off brake. Okay, try to replicate that. There we go. Let's read a bit back. Yeah, no, you'd see one thing like, one of the things you do have to love about if you go to Japan as well is car culture is a big thing there. There are some amazingly well-preserved cars and well-taken care of cars, and the variety of cars is ridiculous. And the modified car scene as well is just insane. And even like, I think my first night out there was off in Shibuya at the crossing, and there was a lowrider that came in like an old school lowrider where it jacked all the way down to the tarmacs and sparks flying off the tarmacs. It just slammed it, and it was just ridiculous, but at the same time amazing. And then you see all different things like that. You know, including some proper Tokyo races, night races, and things like that, and some of the other things that they do, some of the manga, dressed up in all sort of manga visages, and even up to the point of Lamborghinis and Ferraris, where they do crazy over the top mods to them as well, and you're like, oh my god, it's insane for car enthusiasts. And so many cars there that are ordinary day cars there, which not on the racing side but are interesting for other reasons. And cars that sometimes aren't sold outside of Japan, really. Sort of like your Crown cars that get used as the taxis and stuff like that. The old school Crown cars that get used as taxis, and they're basically Toyotas, but they're some seriously old school Toyotas that are so well kept. I definitely prefer the older taxis in Japan versus the new Crown taxis. The new Crown taxis, they haven't got as much headroom in the back. They look really big and all that, but when you actually sit in the back of them, you have to crouch down a bit, and I couldn't understand it. So definitely go for the older taxis over the newer taxis, because they're just much more comfortable. If you're tall, that is. I'm 6 foot tall, and I had problems sitting in some of the new, the back seat of the new Crown taxis. It's always amazing as well with the doors where they open themselves. So the rear door on all the taxis, they always open themselves, and this is one of the things actually the taxi drivers do not like you messing with the automatic thing on the car doors. So when you're getting in for a taxi, usually avoid trying to open the door for yourself, because it'll do it yourself. Right, so we got past that one. I think it's going to give us a bit of dirt driving. Yep, it is. Let's see how it deals with that. Wow. The G29 is bringing back some memories, man. Oh. It's just... Oh, such a step back into the past, using a G29 with this stuff. I can't believe it. It just doesn't have the response rate that yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go again. I'm surprised I didn't feel the vibration in the headset with that one. That should have made a... That was a proper crash in my mind. Oh, there's the headset vibrating. It vibrated on the jumps there as you landed. It's not overdone. It was subtle. That was nice. Oh, there's a little bit of vibration in the headset there as well. That was nice, actually. That works quite well, actually. That was cool. I liked that. Yeah, I think if it was overdone on the vibrations, it would be a bit distracting. Though with surfaces like this one, I kind of wish that it did a bit more constantly with, you know, the track, because you would be a bit shaky. But it did definitely over those jumps. It did kick in on the haptics with the headset. So I think they need to select, you know, something like a dirt surface like that. You know, maybe expect it to be a rougher ride, and to have the haptics in there would have been cool. But they only did it on the sort of like the landing from there. It was, you know, it's not over the top. Okay. So, wet. Yeah. Okay. Old school BMW. Third gear. Wow. No. Need to be way over the other side of the track as well. Far too slow. That felt far too slow, but silver, I'll take it. Until later, when I want to get some golds, and I'll probably do that off stream. Don't need to see me do the same thing again and again and again just to achieve gold.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn good. I'm not noticing any water drops there, though. But I have ordered some prescription lenses for my PSVR2. I don't like using glasses in headsets. It's not as comfortable when you use glasses in headsets, and honestly, I have to say that prescription lenses are usually the way to go for headsets, because they really do make it a much more comfortable experience overall. And I always find that the details that I see on screen and the FOV in general are always better when you don't actually have to use your glasses inside of the VR headset. And of course, caveat to that is always make sure and get your prescription checked out. And this is something for a lot of people as well, because this is a nice sharp picture. I do have to say I'm so impressed with the colour spectrum in this headset. The
G29 was just delivered.
Your G29 was just delivered. Okay, cool. Nice. Well, welcome. The G29 is, like I said, it's an old school wheel. It works straight on, just plug in and go. It's different to what I'm used to now, because I'm used to direct drive so much more. So this is proper going back in time for me. So it's a lot weaker than what I'm used to, but for many others I'm betting it's going to be perfectly adequate. Certainly better than using a controller. So I was using the Sense controller in my first video. If you haven't seen that, you can see it on my live sections of my channel and see what I thought there, because it's a different thing. Some people, obviously, money can be a factor after you've spent however much money on headset and PS5 and the game itself as well. Adding then wheels, pedals, and all of that business happens. And
I plan on getting a PSVR2 soon too, but yeah, gear driven.
yeah, if you're planning on getting a PSVR 2 soon as well, that's really great. It adds, I don't drive sims and stuff outside of VR because a flat screen just does not give you that sense of immersion. You can see here that I've got the HUD all turned off as well. So I've not got the assistance of all of the HUD on here. We can turn the HUD on for the next one, maybe. Yeah, we'll see about turning the HUD on for the next one.
Not enough immersion at all.
Yeah. If you're gonna get, the steering wheel adds definitely to immersing you with driving games, and flat screens and stuff are, if they're properly configured, can be quite immersive, especially 3-screen setups and things like that as well. But VR is really good. The PSVR2, the performance on this is really good. It's nice and smooth. Details are looking fine. Distance is a little bit blurry, but not too bad. Close-up detail inside the car is absolutely ridiculous how detailed the inside of these cars is. Ooh, Nordschleifer.
I'll be upgrading from Quest 2.
You'll be upgrading from Quest 2. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, Quest 2 is a different kettle of fish, basically. This headset is, unlike the Quest 2 in that it is, tethered into the PS5, but it's a really long cord. It's lightweight for a cord. It's a lot lighter headset. Feels lighter just because of how it's been set out. Screen-wise, the screens in here, the colour is just so snappy in this. It's got a lovely colour spectrum in this headset. The screen wise is so good on the colours. Right. Challenge features several of Nuremberg's corners. Nuremberg. You see the last one follows by a nice long straight. Oh, this is right near the end of the track, is it? So this is by the second.
Immersive driving experience. It's all good with me.
Yeah, it will give you something extra. Just beware of the rabbit hole that can come
I
in.
have epilepsy and can't actually drive.
Okay. That's a shame. Hopefully, you're good with VR though. I will give you a couple of tips for VR. When you get your PSVR, don't jump straight into a driving game. I know it might be tempted to go for all the other stuff first. Don't jump straight into those. Go do some other things where it's allows you, other games where it allows you to only do your head movement first. If you're, oh no, you've got what am I talking about? You've already got a VR headset, you've already got the Quest 2 there. But for anybody who is coming to this from absolutely no VR to driving games and things like that, make sure and get your VR legs first.
On the Quest now.
Yep. Great. Okay, good. So you should be great. You should be fine, man. Then come straight in. It's buttery smooth, the frame rate on this, so but for those who are coming in fresh, definitely different experiences first to make sure you get your VR legs before going into some of the higher speed motion stuff. But this is a nice experience. Compared to some of the stuff on the PC as well, obviously the PC has a huge amount of power over this, but where it matters, this is doing the job.
It can be quite jarring for newbies.
Yeah, it can be very jarring for newbies and set people off. Right, I'm just going to go and change display settings here a bit. And we're going to turn our we'll do car info only, or display. We'll do display all so you can see what the full HUD looks like as well. Yeah, I haven't got any of the assist stuff going on. Oh, what the hell car Porsche is this? It only has a drive? Oh, what? That is so weird. That is so weird. Full electric Porsche. Oh, that is so weird.
That's the Taiwan, I believe.
That is so odd.
Dear can asterisk now.
Yeah. But it's just all electric, that car. Turbo S.
Electric, so no manual.
Yeah. Which obviously I like my manual gears. I was like, it's only got one gear. What? It's a straight in drive. I'm like, what? No. But okay. That was so odd. Okay. Too many more to go before we've earned another license here. Okay, Dragonale. Consecutive corners intermediate, where you'll learn to find the best line through series of corners. It's a left-hander followed by a load of right-handers. Find the line allows you to maintain your speed through the series of corners. So basically we've got a set of corners here and we're trying to find basically the most optimum line that will do, give us an in-out in, but try and give us a maintainable speed through that should sort of like do the whole thing. So yeah, like you're saying, do the whole thing as one big corner, try and connect them all smoothly. Because basically if you touch the brake through it as well, it's probably going to be no. If you touch the brake too much through, there we go. Silver, that'll do. Me and AMGs never, you know, Mercedes don't usually get on anyway. But, yeah. Oh, now we're going back old school BMW 3. CSL. Uphill, downhill, yeah, it all makes a difference. This is one of the things you'll see as well as you come from flat screen over to VR, is that on a flat screen, though you may kind of see that it's going uphill, as in they just make it higher or lower on the screen, in VR you really do actually can tell when something is going up or downhill, and you can tell the proper slants and things. It makes a huge difference to driving games. It just pulls you that much closer to the experience. And it's one of those things that you know, it's hard to express just how cool that is. Oh my word, that is a really big dip on that.
I heard the G29 is loud.
I'll have to read that back in a minute. So, that's just messed up that time. We'll try again and read what you said there. It can get loud, especially if you're used to a direct drive, and that's just where the gears sort of do that. And you will at some points hear chatter, but from the gears. I don't know if you can hear it over the mic, but certainly it's you know, it's loud, but and sometimes chattery, but it's not like that bad. But you can probably hear. No.
G29. I never have any problem with the sound of the wheel. I am not annoyed by it. That's good.
Yeah.
Can't quite use it till the 21st of March.
Okay. That's a shame. Oh.
I'm glad. The angulation must be insane on this one.
Yeah. That honestly, that going down that hill is scary. That is a scary, scary, scary ass turn. That is a massive. It is massive. Like, seriously.
Getting a wholesome rip on the 21st. Almost a roller coaster.
That's better. Yeah, it is. So with G29, honestly, if you've got a table that's reasonably sturdy, and your floor is all right, and a rickety chair or whatever, I've literally just slapped the G29 on my table. I've got the pedals under the desk here, and I'm sitting on a, you know, 12-pound rickety fold-away chair, and it you know, it feels okay. It feels good. It's better than using a
Table. It works fine.
yeah. Of course, fold-away rig is always helpful as well, or whatever rig. The best things, of course, are proper, full-on, stable rigs, but you don't need a stable rig for, well, the most stable of rigs for the G29, because it's only like 2.4.
All I set up in my house RN is a wooden dining chair and table now.
Yeah, no, you could do it. Wooden chair and dining table. Yep. Okay, I've got this on a standing desk, which, okay, the support on the standing desk, it's a solid 40 mil depth of solid wood. It's like, what is it, 160 by...
G29 does not give too much mm. It can easily be fitted on a standard wood table / desk and you're good.
Exactly. Honestly, give it a whirl. You know, give it a whirl on the desk as well. So,
Oh, I did it earlier, lol.
oh, you did. Okay, good. That is cool. But if you're getting the whole sim rig, what sim rig are you getting? Just out of interest.
Works pretty well.
Okay, did I got that now.
I hope
Okay, good.
Codemaster will release WRC23 with VR support.
Yeah, they may do. They surprised us with Formula One. It was a very big surprise when F1 on the PC was released with VR support. I was shocked. Yeah, playseat would be good with a G29. Fold it away, jobs are good, and whack it all out when you need it. It's got a chair, it's got the thing. It'll hold up nicely with the G29. Good combo. Yeah, it's a good combo, I will say, for the G29.
The pole in between the legs might be a pain, but I can deal.
Oh, you've got one with the column between the legs. That's a shame. They have other other ones with the play seat where it doesn't have the column in between the legs, I thought, as well, where you've only got columns on the side and then supports on the side as well. Yeah, it depends on how big a build you are and things like that. I suppose, because the brake being in a more central position on those can be annoying. But otherwise, if you're not heel and towing a lot, and you're only using things there, then not a big deal. Right. Final test. And we're trial mounting.
But I haven't ordered it yet, so I might go with the open wheeler.
Yeah, I would honestly, from past experience, you will be better off if it's not one that has a pole in between your legs in the middle of it, because I found it did get uncomfortable at different points, especially if you then at a later date add a stick shift in there. Because if you add a stick shift onto there as well or whatever, and you start to do games where maybe you learn how to heal and tire things, having that bar in the middle makes it a little bit annoying. Whereas if
Sure, it can definitely get really annoying.
yeah, so if you haven't ordered yet, just because I'm certain that Playseat as well had one that didn't have a bar in the middle, just had outside bar and support things and the chair built into it or something else like that as well. I was thinking of that one that doesn't have a middle bar but just has the shelf that's there and then the outside hoop, as it were, and then supports that go to the hoop and the chair that's built in the back of it. That's the one that I was kind of thinking of in place when it's about Playseat. Just like I say, it's generally a, a bit better on that. I would have thought, right, try mountain. Okay. See how we do here. Eek.
Yeah, the outside bars simulate a cockpit better.
Yeah, definitely 100%. I started out the first one I got for for my G29 had a bar in the middle, and because of the amount of space I had, basically, it gave me, quite a smaller profile. I'm quite a big guy, but it gave a small profile for the stand. I still use that for my HOTUS setup, actually, because a HOTUS setup, it's only two pedals, not three pedals. But if you're gonna drive with a pedal set that's got three pedals, definitely the bar in the middle is gonna just annoy you eventually. So, best to cut out that annoyance straight away, really, whenever you can. And I don't think there's much of a difference in terms of the size of a play seat where it has the outside bars only rather than the inside ones. And the G29, like I say, it's like 2.4 Newton meter. It's not gonna make a big difference on that one. So, right, let's see where we're going on this. Racing line. Okay. Trial Mountain Circuit, United States. This is one of the made up ones, is it? I think, or not? Yeah. Yes. Lovely. That'll do. We'll do that once more. My first time in Trial Mountain on VR. I think I'm definitely right in thinking this. Is definitely a made-up track of thought, and is synonymous with the Gran Turismo games. And is like the OG track. And I still don't know it after so many years, because the last time I played a full Gran Turismo game would have been on the PlayStation 2. In the shape of, I think, Gran Turismo 4. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4. The last Gran Turismo game I played as a full Gran Turismo game. Okay. Bronze. I did worse. Never mind. I will learn those lines eventually. One of the things I always loved about Gran Turismo 7 is when you do unlock tracks and you sort of like can go into the world map parts of things, and the way that you learn tracks in there, where they break it down into sectors, and you can then do each sector a part of time, tune in, get the whole thing up, get it into your brain, go try the whole track as a thing, and then any corners where you find yourself slowing down, you can go back and just do that part of the track again and again and again to build up speed over those parts where you're losing the most time, and get the rhythm of it a lot quicker without having to do reload, especially if the corners you're having problems with is right up the other end of a track, and it's something they don't do in other sims. They just do not do that methodology in other sims, and it's one that I really, really do like as a training method with GT7 and all of the Gran Turismo games of the past, because getting loads of tracks into my brain is just one of the things I struggle with so much. And finding breakpoints, if you're going to search for breakpoints and exit points and lines, and the bit you're trying to work on and work out and smooth out, like say, is halfway around the track or right near the end of the track, then you don't get to do that corner until you've been around everything else in time trials and this and that and the others on other car sims. Whereas you can come here and go, okay, there's this part of the sector or that part of the sector or the other part of the sector. Okay, got a roulette ticket. And I got my International B license has been acquired. So I'm going to go do something else in here. Ooh, looky. Look what we got. Toyota. Ooh. So, this is the 2019 Toyota Supra. Awesome. They had to change where the mirrors on this car were, by the way. Where they did the mirrors on this car originally was in a stupid place that you couldn't actually see out of the passenger side wing mirror. You couldn't see it, or you couldn't see. You had problems with the driver's side mirror as well, because they got blocked by the windscreen bars, and the rollover cage and all that would block your sight on the wing mirrors, which was like defeated the whole point. So they had to put more standard wing mirrors back onto the car. So I can now enter the racing section and the extreme section of the tuning shop. So a lot more things are now starting to open up for me. That's stored in the garage. So there we go. That's that bit done. Yay! All bronze. There's stuff to do getting all gold. Like I say, I'll probably come back in my spare time and go for all the golds, because that's what I do, and everybody, normally does that, I think. But we'll have a look at that in the garage. So we've got a couple of cardy things. One card to open there, gift card. Let's do that. Yes. Please give me a new car, or... Oh, is that that's a new car? And of course, it had to be... Wow. The Hachinoku. It had to be a Hachinoku. So, my best friend actually drove Hachinoku for so many years. He drove a Toyota Hachinoku. His wasn't the RZ version though. His was the standard Hachinoku GR. Or the GT. It wasn't the RZ version. But crazy. His was in red, but yeah, there it is. A Hachinoku. We have a Hachinoku, yay! Okay, so we have a Hachinoku in there as well. I'm kind of happy about that. At the same time, I'm also sort of like, oh, it had to be. Let's change car, and we're going to have a look inside of our newest race car. So we've got a GR Supra. we'll go into the VR showroom. We'll do that in a pit garage 2. Okay. So there we are. Pretty cool looking car. Like I said before, they went and put these wing mirrors on here. The detail is insane. I mean, that looks like the real freaking thing with the reflections on the plastic. I mean, that is, it's a weird thing to get like emotional for. It's a shame that the textures on here are a little bit lower than they are. It'd be nice if the textures could have been slightly higher, but the colour projection as well is just so good and convincing in here. Oh, the mirrors work. That is cool. And inside here, you go. So where they had the mirrors now, originally the mirrors were actually further down the body, and it was supposed to be a lot more of a thing like where they had mirrors on the old school Supra and some of the older Toyotas, and the Crown Toyotas. You'll see it on some of the older Crown Toyotas, where the wing mirrors, instead of being incorporated near the door here, would actually be incorporated into the main body shell further down. And unfortunately they did that as a stylistic thing with this car first of all, and it looked fantastic, but the actual wing mirror itself was absolutely useless, because the passenger one, you basically was completely covered off by the pillar, and you could only partially see a little bit on the driver's side, and in main the mirror was just, cut away from sight and became useless. So obviously they had to change it. Let's see. Dial-wise, I mean, look at the detail in here on things like the stitching. So this has got limiter mode, your phone, microphone, pause. So yeah, we got our set. So it's got the, what you call it on there, the even this version of this has got the steering wheel that actually has the cruise control in there as well. So you've still got the cruise control in this version of the car. Wow. E-brake, sports mode. Awesome. You can see where I've got one of my controllers on the floor there. Right. We're not going to do much today because, I haven't actually eaten much today. I've had just some Cocoa Pops, basically some chocolate flavoured Cocoa Pops. Chocolate Cocoa Pop things, whatever they're called. So I should sort of like come off and back off the stream at some point. I think we want to do something with that. We'll step into this car and see if there's something else we can do there, or just quickly go into show you what I was meaning about different things. So we stepped into this as a new car. This will be the first proper race prepared car that I've got in here. So we go to the world circuits. So yeah, I haven't finished off that there. Let's go to, where else can we go? Suzuka, that would be appropriate, wouldn't it? Suzuka. See if we can. No, it's not in category. It's not in category. But we'll do the circuit experience. So this is what I was saying about circuit experience. Is you can do it in sectors. So let's, if I get in there and do a lap attack. Let me see how I do on the lap attack. And then go, okay, where was I feeling I was weak? Where was I feeling I was maybe stronger? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I'm expecting this. It's so weird to go back onto a wheel that's only got the 2.4 Newton meters versus 8 Newton meters of force. It still works a bit, but it's just not quite the same, obviously, as direct drive and working through it, but it's definitely preferable than having just a standard sense controller. But the standard sense controller was good fun for that sort of pick up and playable and immediacy of things, but then you miss that whole sense of immersion and drama that you gain from having an actual steering wheel in your hands. Oops. I lifted and I shouldn't have lifted, really. So there you go. I've had a problem with that last sort of corner. So now I would have to go through the whole of this track to get to that corner and practice that corner with any other sim. And here with Gran Turismo, of course, what they've done is really quite clever in breaking the whole track down into nice little slices of sectors that have enough rhythm and things for you to gain and understand what the rhythm's going to be. Oh, little bit of a kick there. I did push it a little bit much out of there. But they've broken it down into sections so that I can go, right, okay, I know I had a problem in Sector 5. Was it? Sector 5? Or was it Sector 4 the first problem occurred? So that would be there to the start line. I first flipped out around, yeah, it was there, I think, Sector 4. So I can go, oh, I had a bit of a problem with the Sector 4. Let's pick that up. And drive Sector 4. No, it was Sector 5 that I had, they're incorporating that into. So it was Sector 5 though, the corner that I first had an issue on the corner with was. So again, like I say, I can just go, right, Sector 5. Here we are. No, too early. As a race car like this, I would hope that you could, is NSX? And I'm off. On a hug there, track across there, and there we go, full out. Oh, sorry, I didn't bolt it down enough onto the desk, and I'm like, ooh, got excited and ripped the steering wheel partially off the desk. There you go. Retry. Slide myself sideways a bit, there we go. I turned a little bit too early there, but that's okay. There we go. Better. So I can work on that, and obviously my brake point was not too brilliant for that chicane, so we retry there. Still bronze, new record, slowly getting up higher on there. Wow, I've still got like a whole sort of over a second to work on. But you get the idea of why I like the concept of how you can go through this and work out exactly what you need to do to get there on this. I think that's an important factor. Is definitely sort of like go right, okay, what you can do for the whole thing, right? I'm in that there, like I said, because I really should get some proper food, some dinner and whatever. I'm feeling Mexican maybe. There's a new Mexican place that's opened up to do takeout. So I might go get me some Mexican food. But yeah, definitely, it's a better experience to have a wheel, 100% all the time. No matter if it's like the one of the lower down, smaller starter feedback full speed up wheels, like the good old G29 that I'm rocking on, bolted to a desk with the pedals on the floor and a rickety sort of garden chair, if you like, a fold-away chair. It's all good. It works not quite as well, I would imagine, as when I get to hook this up into my full race rig and direct drive, but it's a positive experience to have the force feedback on the wheel, and a wheel in your hands just to give you that extra amount of immersion in the pedals. Even like I say, with the G29, they have the original G29. I don't know about the newer Logitech one. Is it the 992, the G992 or something? With the its altered force feedback, and I don't know what they did with the pedals there. It's probably the same pedals, but on either a 10-bit or a 12-bit setting. Because the pedals themselves, if you actually use them on a PC, you can get a Leo Bodner adapter and whack them into a PC if you're using Sims on a PC, and that'll be a 10-bit set of pedals for an extra, 20 quid. Is a good buy for PC sim racers who are looking, or new PC sim racers looking to set up that way. But for G7, GT7, and this, hey, not bad. But if you do have the money, then yeah, direct drive, the whole Fanatec setup there, they've got pre-done as a bundle, will definitely serve you well, but will cost you a good amount more. Like I say, it's about 900 euros for the whole Fanatec setup, where it's the GT specifically designed wheel, the DD Pro base wheel, which is compatible to the PS5. I have the CSL DD, which is basically the same base, apart from it doesn't have a PlayStation compatible chip in it. So I'm probably going to either get a converter first, or I may just go and buy, like I say, either just the wheelbase, or I'll buy the entire thing and have to sell some different bits off, like the pedal set, and sell my older wheelbase off. We'll see which way we go on that. Right. But that was good fun. I just like they have put the whole of Gran Turismo 7 into VR as a starter as well. It looks great, honestly. Like I say, if you compare it to the PC side of things, the PC side does look better for a lot of reasons. Namely that you know, thousands of pounds worth of high spec PC and, you know, similarly high spec and pricey headsets. And, well, you know, Quest and Quest 2 do an alright job as PC headsets, but I think that I much prefer using this. I certainly would prefer using the PSVR2 to race here in GT7 over using a Quest to race on a PC, or a Quest 2 to race on a PC. Because the comfort level, I think, in this is so much more comfortable. The setup is just easy. It's effortless, really. It's, you know, plug it in and say, yeah, there I am. Boom, go. Job's done. Job's a good one. Get on. Nice, quick. Done. If that makes sense as a sentence, I don't know. Does done count as a sentence? Answers on a postcard. No prizes for whatever you put on that postcard, because obviously I haven't told you where to post it to. Right. I am going to end it there. I need a controller. Where's the controller? Well, I can use the wheel, can't I? Oh, silly me. I won't do that. No, it's... Right. Okay. It's the share button I wanted. That's the options. And there's... Oh! Okay. I will learn. Right. That's it from me. Take care. Thanks for joining. Thanks for any thumbs up. Anyone who subscribes, I'll hopefully be doing more. Check the channel out for, you know, all of my old stuff. If you're not sure if you want to subscribe, take a look at what I used to do. I will hopefully get back to doing some more of that. I used to sort of like do some bits of driving, bit of in-depth tuning, trying to see where the differences were in different things, just having some fun with the driving and other games. There's a whole backlog of game reviews for the original PlayStation VR on my channel, as well as a lot of other games and bits and pieces, and a load of just driving streams and bits there as well. So you can take a look back on all of those in different reviews or hardware reviews and bits that I've done over the years. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and we'll hopefully be back on again soon. Bye.